This is part two, because the video cut off when I was filming the end of the 3 easy but hard ways of losing weight. And that was I'll say this one real quick. That was eliminating all the super processed foods, seed oils, and carbs and sugars from your diet. Start going on keto, like a modified keto diet, and then go carnivore. And people were saying how carnivore is the most restrictive diet there is and the hardest. Carnivore is actually the easiest diet to actually start, because you don't have to think about any plans or, weigh this, how much this is. There's no such thing in a carnivore diet of counting calories, looking at macros, no worrying about calories in, calories out, a calorie deficit. You eat until you're satiated, and you cut out all grazing, and you cut out all snacking. You stop eating. The best way when you just started is to stop eating. Don't eat anything after 5 or 6 p.m. You can go to 6 if you need to, and then work your way down to 5. You do 1 meal a day, OMAD, or you do 2 meals a day, depending on your the next thing that you introduce, and that's intermediate fasting. Work your way up. Start with an easy 12-hour fast. That's basically if you're stopping at 6 at night, you don't eat anything. And then the next time you eat will be 6 in the morning. That's an easy 12 hours. Okay? And you're not going to feel super starving or anything like that. You might feel a little bit of hungry, or your body, if you don't ease into eliminating the carbs, like if you don't cut out the carbs, breads, don't eat any more bread. American bread is horrible. It's all sugar. It's more classified like a cake than a real bread. And don't eat any oats, no grains, none of that stuff. No rice, no sugars, no high fructose corn syrup, none of that garbage. No seed oils. Anything that's cooked in seed oils or made with it, canola oil and butter to make the butter soft. No, you eat grass-fed, grass-finished butter. There's that Irish butter. Aldi's has that Irish butter. It's all natural. You use that, and that's really good. You can use animal lard and grease. You can cook with that if you need to. That's like ghee, beef tallow, pork tallow, bacon grease. You can cook with that. The bacon, you should be a little bit careful, because sometimes they sink a lot of sugar in bacon. You have to get the right bacon without all that sugar and stuff. Try not to get the bacon with that artificial smoke flavor. If they say real smoke flavor, it's usually not. You have to look at how they say it on that. But it's the easiest thing, because you don't have to worry about it. Like me, I was saying, I eat eggs in the morning with a couple of beef patties, and I put butter on them. I salt and pepper it with some garlic powder. I know that's not full carnivore, but hey, it's all right. I also drink coffee, and that's not carnivore. Everything else, so I'm like 95% carnivore. I use for fatty 15, I eat pecorino goat cheese from Italy in the high up in the mountains, because it has the most amount of fatty 15. Fatty 15 is a short block amino acid, a short chain, something like that. And I use that for the fatty 15, and I use organic half and half creamer, because that's also got it in there. I don't use regular half and half creamer, because if you look at the ingredients, it's got all this garbage that they put in it and regular milk. I don't eat mozzarella or provolone. I used to eat that cheese, but I found that it's usually either fake, or it's got all these preservatives and molding agents in there and stuff. Garbage you don't need, so why do it? Only eat the real organic, natural stuff. And that's it. I mean, that's how easy it is. You eat steak. I mean, how easy can it be to eat? It is easy. I mean, I cook it medium rare, so it's a nice bloody and red on the inside. If you're not used to that, start it off cooking it rare, where it's pink, and then you're gradually eat it so that the middle is rare. Put butter on it. Oh, it's so good with butter. Don't worry about what people say that, oh, butter is bad for you. Yeah, margarine is bad for you. All this stuff with seed oils is really bad for you. Natural butter, grass-fed, grass-finished, it's really good for you. Your body needs that fat. Your brain is mostly made out of fat cells. Your brain needs it, right? So that's the easy thing. Fasting, like I said, work your way into it. You got the 12 hours, then you work your way up to 18, 24, 36, 70, 48, and then 72. And do that intermediate fasting. That'll help drop the weights off. And then you just get out and walk. So those are the main things. And they're all easy to do. It's your mind or your mindset that thinks that they might be hard to do. In reality, how many of us are sitting down making all these chef or restaurant quality meals every night to eat? No, we're usually throwing something in the microwave out of a box that's super processed, that's super bad for you, that has like next to zero nutritional value. We just nuke it and then woof it down and move on. So instead of doing that, you spend 5-6 minutes cooking your steak. Let's say 10 minutes if it's a really thick one, and your prep time sitting at the table, and you eat that down. And you put some butter on it. You got some salt from like Redmond's, the sea salt, or the from the Dead Sea in Utah. Got a lot of minerals in it, or some really good Himalayan. Be careful of this stuff from China. Most of that's fake and they dye it. From my experience, that's my opinion from what I've found online and stuff. So I stay away from that. And then that's how easy it is. It's not restrictive. They say you don't eat it, but because it's restrictive and saying you can only eat animal products, how easy is that? You don't have to worry about it. You throw some salt and pepper on it. Like I said, if you want, you can throw some garlic on it, because garlic is very natural. If you get organic garlic, excuse me, and that's it. That's easy. You're done. And then the walking start. Like I was saying before, I could barely walk when I started last October in 2024. I started my journey. I could do 5 minutes on the treadmill. Walking around the house, I got tired. I was on Mr. Jelly Roll, 240 pounds, probably over 40% body fat. I measured it at that time. The measurement I took was 36 or 37%. I've got it written down, body fat, but I found out my numbers were off. I got scanned, and my numbers are off about 6 to 7%. So if I thought I was 37, that's probably 44% or so. Is where I was really at. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. Okay? Don't overthink it. If you need a meal plan to get creative ways to eat it, if you do get tired of eating just steak and eggs, eat pork, eat seafood, and just change it up. Get ground beef and stuff. It's not that hard. When you go to a restaurant, get a Ben Azari from Keto Camp. You can get a card from him saying that you're allergic to seed oils, and I find that usually helps when you tell them you're allergic to seed oils, because in reality you are, but it's just a slower reaction. I was found with fatty liver. Oh, by the way, my name's Dave. Hi, how you doing? Hit that like button. Since this was a part 2, I kind of forgot about that. And then do the walking. Work your way up. I do 2 walks a day, 60 minutes each. I do get sore from these because my foot is fused and I have no side-to-side movement, just up and down. So I have to watch where I walk, otherwise I can really get into a lot of pain. And my foot will be sore, my back will ache afterwards, but you know, I'm working through it. I'm building up muscle. I'm getting rid of the visceral fat that I have. I'm hopefully decreasing my healing my fatty liver. I need to do another scan in 3 months, and I'm reducing the plaque in my arteries. So these are the things you can do it. You don't need to count calories, none of this garbage anymore. No need of counting macros. The fitness gurus and the fitness guys that are saying this, it's old information. The calorie burning is not really accurate. Now, they will say that because a lot of times they have to give somebody something to do, because they're still on when they're trying to, you know, they're paying for some exercise program. They need to build up the value of it, so they give you these things to do. And most people who don't eliminate the standard American diet, the SAD diet, they still eat that, then yeah, I guess they have to count calories. And don't believe if an influencer or some fitness guru says it doesn't matter calories, the type of calories you eat. As long as you're in a calorie deficit, you could eat donuts. That guy's an idiot, or that girl is an idiot. Yeah, I said it. Don't believe them. They're idiots. These are guys, and if they look super muscular and stuff, you know, they probably are doing things that they're not telling you to do. They need the clicks and the views. I don't need them. I've got a small channel here. I just got over 200 people. Woohoo! And so I'm just telling you what I'm doing and what's been working for me. And I'm showing you as I do that, because this is how I'm looking now, at 185 pounds. So don't do the calories things unless you're still on the SAD diet, standard American diet. That's garbage. Get off that. And, I mean, if you want it, the easiest way, go on the carnivore or on a keto friendly diet with 0 carbs, 0 sugars, and the poundage will just fall off. It'll melt off you. You'll burn it up. Get some movement in there, whatever movement you can do. Okay. Whatever movement you can do, you start off with something. And like I said, I started off with 5-minute walking on the treadmill, and I still walk today with my cane. I'm up to 1.7 on this rough terrain miles an hour, and on the flat terrain, when I go walk on that, I'm up to 1.9. I think my record so far is 2.1 miles an hour. So hold on. There we go. Sorry. And that's my record. So they say you should be walking 10,000 steps a day. You should be walking at a nice 3 mile an hour pace. If you can't do that, I can't do it yet. Don't worry about it. Get out and do a 10-minute walk when you can get up to 10 minutes. 10-minute walking outside has the benefits of cuts down the chances of reduces the chance of Alzheimer's and dementia, from what I've read and watched online. There's a gentleman, I think his name is Dave too. He does a walking podcast every day. He's like 90-day challenge is to walk 10 minutes outside a day. That's easy enough to do. Start with whatever you can, and you're going to find every week you'll be able to do more. And then intermediate fasting. You start 12-hour fast, so you don't eat from 6 p.m. until 6 a.m. That's easy. You're not snacking anymore. Don't snack when in the evening or anything. Your body is going to crave it in the beginning, but you get over it really fast. It takes you, most people, about a week to 2 weeks to get fat adapted, but even if it takes you a month to get fat adapted, where your body is burning ketones and fat instead of carbs. And don't believe these gurus that say you need to have carbs for your workout. You don't. I work out And now, of course, I only got mosquito bites here for muscles, but I am building muscle. I am growing muscles, and I work out in the morning. That's when I have most energy. And I don't get tired during the day from just eating meat. I eat 0 carbs, pretty much 0 carbs. There might be 1 gram of carbs in the milk I have with my coffee, on the days I have coffee, and might be 1 carb per serving in my protein shake because of the monk fruit, so that they put in it. So you don't need carbs to work out. You're not going to crash with energy. You're not going to do any of this. Once you get fat adapted, you can go in and you can work out. And so don't overdo it too. If you're like me and over 40, okay, I'm 58. I look 80. But as we get older, if you're an older buck like me, you don't want to overdo it in the gym anyway and do all these sets to failure. You can do basically a 30-minute set workout, and you do, like me, I'll do push-ups where I'll do 3 sets, and I have a 3-minute break in between. And right now my push-ups, before I could only do knee push-ups, and when I did my Evil Russian program, I started off at 21 knee push-ups, and then I made my way up to 52 on the 2nd week. Now I'm doing regular push-ups, and I have to be careful with that because of my foot and my back. But I am up to doing 2 sets of 17, and then the last set I do right before failure. So on my last set, right before failure, I do 21 with 3-minute breaks. I was doing just 3 sets of 10 with 4-minute breaks, but I've been getting little by little. I still can't do a full pull-up or chin-up. I do assisted, and I'm still at 101 or 104, I forget what it is. And I can do 10 of those, 3 sets of 10. But you don't need to do all these, how much can you weigh? 300 pounds bench press and 200 pounds, whatever. No, don't worry about those numbers. What you want to do is stress your muscles, but not cause damage. Okay? Who cares about the numbers? Just do the reps. I try to do the last rep to a little bit before failure, and that you can do between 10 and 15 reps with the weight that you're using, if you're using weight. If not, start off with just your body weight, and then start off doing push-ups on the wall. Even I'm doing pull-ups on grabbing a pole and that's mounted in the ground or something, and then pulling up at an angle. So there's ways you can just work out with your body weight, and you will see results. All right, and don't forget to hit that like button. I'm going to stop there. So hopefully these will be controversial enough to push the algorithm, but also remember this: whatever the stuff I'm saying is coming from my heart, and I just want to see you succeed, because when you leave the comments down below that you're starting this as well and you're looking at changing, it's super motivating for me. And I find that this is, if I'm providing this service to my community and my people, then that is incredible. That's what is giving me purpose. I'm not out here to make a quick buck. I'm not going to say, this is sponsored by AG1 Greens or whatever that company is, or these electrolytes. You can make your own electrolytes and buy the magnesium and potassium and sodium. Get the Himalayan salt or Redmond salt, buy it in bulk, and make it yourself. All right, you guys have a blessed day. Thanks.